Coming up, we're going to walk through how to beat a negotiator lineup with Rex, Anakin, and the Y-Wing. Welcome everybody to another video. In my fleet shard, I have starting to see this lineup of Anakin, Rex, and Y-Wing pop up a lot more. And it's probably, from a Rebel perspective, it's probably the hardest negotiator lineup I've come up against. And so let's kind of quickly talk about what makes it so effective and how we can beat that with Rebels. So as you know, with Grand Arena, there's going to be a double ship component only for the highest levels, but ships is obviously more and more of an important factor, or CG's trying to make it very important. So having multiple good fleets is definitely essential if you want to start ranking higher in Squad Arena, Grand Arena Championships, all the things, any potential ship raids. So it's always good to work on your ships. So let's get into it. The lineup they're using with Rex in the lead feeds a ton of turn meter to the team with his abilities, and also removes turn meter from yours. And by having the Y-Wing in with all Galactic Republic, and even for Rex for that standpoint, having all Galactic Republic allies just increases the benefits that much more. So what I've been finding coming up against this team is they're extremely fast, so they're getting out a lot of turns out of the gate. What we have to do is we have to try to slow them down. How I've been doing that in my early testing is the original OG Rebel lineup is still the way to go for starters. So Hans, Millennium Falcon, Biggs, and Biston. So you will outrun their fleet with your 3 Rebels. So as I showed in a previous video, the first step to taking down Negotiator is to hammer on Anakin and to trigger Unending Loyalty. Once you do that, the Negotiator, the AI, will use Republic Protection as its first ability, and then you're on your way. If you're unable to get Anakin down and the Negotiator uses Mobilize, there's a good chance you're going to lose. So that's step 1. Step 2, your reinforcement has to be either Houndstooth or the Y-Wing. And why that is you must bring in a tank. Like I said, with how fast this team hits, you need that second tank to help soak up the damage, or else Biggs is going to get wiped out, and then whatever new ship you just called is going to get taken out very fast as well. So by calling in the double tank, you definitely help your lineup stay longer. And yeah, so your second reinforcement, depending on how the battle is going, but you may actually call in a third tank. Whether it's Houndstooth or Y-Wing, or if you have the opportunity to get a big hit or take a ship out, then I would recommend calling in Cassian or Wedge for the big hit. And between those two, it's always a toss-up for me. If I think, for example, they're going to bring out Millennium Falcon or something like that, which I see from time to time, I may save Cassian just so I could get that buff dispel, that mass buff dispel, and bring out Wedge. But either one is fine. You're going to get a big hit from either of them to wipe a ship out. That's pretty much it. The strategy doesn't change all that much, other than you must call in the tank to absorb those hits and get it to the point where you can get a kind of a full fleet in there. And then once you have that set up, then you'll be able to start hammering away with any other negotiator battle. Once you get Anakin out and you still have your Falcon alive and well, you've pretty much won the battle at that point. I have showed you the 2 variations here, me calling in Y-Wing and me calling in Houndstooth, and also me calling in both. If we're doing this in Grand Arena Championship, there's a good chance, well, for me anyways, my Houndstooth will be with my Negotiator on defense. So I'll have to make this work with the Y-Wing if I'm facing this Grand Arena, because I won't have Houndstooth available. So both work to counter successfully. I've been able to counter all of the meta with Rebels, and I highly recommend this as a fleet to farm. Why I recommend and stress the importance of this one is because you're going to be kind of paywall locked behind Guild Event 2 tokens to get your Malevolence and Negotiator. I have a 6-star Negotiator, that's it. I don't even have Malevolence at all. I'm stuck at the ability with my guild to get those tokens. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting to get those ships to 7 stars, gear up your rebels. all the ships and the characters are pretty much free to play. It's just spending that gear on the characters. And with Mon Mothma now, it's not that bad of a gear spend. So gear up your Biston, gear up your Biggs, gear up your Wedge, and kind of enjoy this counter. And then you could put your best ship on defense and use your rebels on offense to take out whoever your opponent uses. So that's what I have for tonight's video. Please like and subscribe for more content.